Now let's continue the geography of South Africa. So South Africa is the southernmost country on the African continent. So the South Africa is extremely rich in mining and minerals and considered the world's leader with nearly 90% of all the platinum metals on earth for around 41% of all the world's gold. South Africa is home to the oldest meteor scar in the world, the Vredefort Dome in a town called Paris. Unsurpassed wildlife and mountains, whales and waterfalls, architecture and antiquity, the world's most beautiful city, and the world's most stunning spring, plus a host of natural treasures make of South Africa. It is considered to be the most beautiful country in the world and a must-see to a traveler's dream. So these are the three. This is the South Africa capital of South Africa. So South Africa is governed from three official capitals. As again that I mentioned earlier, first we have the Cape Town, the Pretoria, and Bloemfontein. So these are the languages of South Africa. These are the following official languages of South Africa. We have first the Afrikaans, English, Xhosa, Zulu, Southern Sotho, Swana, Northern Sotho, Chonga, Venda, Swati, and Ndebele. The political system of South Africa is the parliamentary republic and constitutional republic. So these are the 5 UN sub-regions in South Africa. We have the Northern Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, Eastern Africa, Middle Africa, Southern Africa, and lastly, we have the Western Africa. The state form of South Africa is the constitutional democracy. Okay, I also include the following provinces in South Africa. So let's continue the brief history of South Africa. In 1914, South Africa joined the First World War against Germany. That year, there was a rebellion by the Boers, which was crushed. In 1918, Afrikaners, descendant of Dutch settlers, founded a secret organization called the Broederbond or the Brotherhood. In 1939, South Africa joined the Second World War against Germany. In 1952, the Netherlands established the southern city of Cape Town, and the Dutch farmers, called Boers, began settling in the areas around the city. In 1906, wars in Europe left the British in control of the Cape Town colony. In 1910, the British united for 4 colonies in the region and created South Africa. Next, we have the South African culture and tradition. So, first, South African tradition is not homogeneous, but a blend of different tradition and culture practiced by different ethnic groups in the country. Here are some examples of tradition and cultures as practiced by major ethnic groups in the country. We have the Khoi and San. Khoi and San were the original inhabitants of the present day of South Africa. The Khoi San were known as the Bushmen and were skilled hunters and trackers. Their tracking skills are still necessary for the fight against poachers. They are mainly nomads who live in desert regions of South Africa. Next, we have the Zulus. The Zulus are known for their shield-bearing warriors under the leadership of Shaka. They are also famous for their beadworks, like I've mentioned earlier again, grass huts and basketry. The belief of the Zulu people is based on their ancestral spirits, which appear mainly in dreams, and supreme being who is rarely involved in the activities of the mortal. Use of magic is common among the Zulus, and any tragedy or illness is blamed on the evil spirit. Next, we have the Sosa. Okay. The Sosa. Social culture is popular for the complex dressing that portrays a person's social status, position in the society, whether they are married or not. They also have a strong oral tradition with stories of ancestral heroes. Ancestral worship is a common practice, and young men have to undergo of a rite passage. Stick fighting is a common sport among the Sosa. Among the young men looking for a cattle, women mainly tend to crops, looking after the home. The Endebel. The Endebel are known for the skilled women who decorate their houses in beautiful geometric designs. The skills are hereditary, and women are tasked with the responsibility of teaching their daughters. The shape used in decoration are inspired by their fashion beadwork. Endebel are distinguished from other South African women by the neck rings and the striking traditional blankets. Next, we have the Soto. The culture of the Soto people differs from those of the Endebel, Xhosa, and Zulus in several ways, especially how they organize their villages. The Soto homes are organized into villages rather than scattered settlements. The villages are further organized into age sets. Each of the age sets is given a specific responsibility, and the age set will graduate from one responsibility to another. They also allow their sons to marry from their kin, especially from the maternal side. Their traditional folk art includes pottery making, beadwork, decoration of houses, and weaving. Next, we have the Venda. The Venda culture and tradition is built on mythical beliefs and water. They believe that lakes and rivers are sacred and that rains are controlled by Python God. Lake Fundudzi is one of the sacred places among the Venda and hosts the annual rites. Traditional healers known as the Sangoma are believed to have access to the spirits and ancestors. Venda's art has also been influenced by the belief in the spirit world. Cattle are considered a sign of wealth, while agriculture is the main economic activities. Oh, wait. Modern day South African tradition. The younger generation from the above cultures is relocating to the city in search for a better life. However, in the city, they tend to abandon the tradition and culture for the Western culture and lifestyle over time. A unique culture and a unique culture that combines the Western culture and the tradition cultures have been developed. The new culture is evident in art and food. The new culture is evident in art, music, and food. Next, we have the gastronomy in South Africa. So I include here the top 3 most popular South African foods. So these are the top 3 most popular South African foods here. First, we have the bobodi. So we have the biltong and brewers, also commonly known as the dried sausage. Next, we have the potjikus. So this is their national drink in the South Africa, which is called the springbok or the little springbok in African language. It is a cocktail shooter that is popular in South Africa. It is composed of creme de menthe or substitute and armola. So these are the top 5 natural wonders in South Africa according to South African Airways. First, we have the Burke's Lock potholes in the Blythe River Canyon. Second, we have the Cederberg Sandstone Formation. Next, we have the Esimangaliso Wetland Park. Fourth, we have the Richversveld. And lastly, we have the Valley of Desolation. So these are the tourist attractions in South Africa. First, we have the Kruger National Park. Next, we have the Cape Town. Third, we have the Garden Route. Fourth, we have the Galagadi or Kalahari. Kalahari Transporter Park. And lastly, we have the Stellenbosch Western Cape. Next, we have the South Africa World Heritage Sites proclaimed by UNESCO. Sorry for the inappropriate noise here. There is a practice under volleyball under upcoming competition, so forgive me. Yeah, so let's continue. So these are the South Africa World Heritage Sites proclaimed by UNESCO. First, we have the Robben Island. Next, we have the Isimangaliso Wetland Park or Isamangaliso. We have also the Cradle of Humankind or the Gauteng. Fourth, we have the Okalamba Drakensberg Park. And lastly, we have the Mapangubwe Heritage Site. So this is the tour package of the South Africa. The destinations covered the Cape Town, Kruger, Sun City, and Johannesburg. So I include also the inclusions of the tour package in South Africa. So that is all for today. Thank you for listening. I hope this geographical studies that I presented to you would motivate you to at least travel to Africa, the beauty of Africa, to discover the beauty of Africa. Once again, I'm Aliyah Shasni Kiliobe, and thank you for listening.